Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be reading 3 true scary stories from Reddit users. Let's jump right into the first story. Demon Schoolgirl, submitted by Erica Levada. Hi everyone, there is something that happened a while back, but I thought it would be interesting to post. I used to have a really good relationship with my ex's grandma, and I would spend a lot of time with her. She was such a nice lady, but her house was haunted. Whenever I'd sleep over, I could hear the garage door open and slam close several times during the night. I never checked what it was. I would just pretend to be asleep. One night when I slept over, I slept in the living room, and as I was sleeping, I felt something or someone grab a hold of my hair and pull it. I opened my eyes and I see a little girl running away. I immediately closed my eyes and forced myself back to sleep. She looked like a little schoolgirl with a green skirt and black shoes. One morning came and I told my ex's sister and his grandma what had happened, and they believed me. They said I wasn't the first to encounter this little girl. My ex's sister, her boyfriend, had also seen the little girl, except he said her face wasn't that of a little girl. He said her face was evil and demonic. The day he had seen her, he ran out of the house crying because of the demon girl and refused to go back to the house. I'm so glad I didn't see her scary little face. My mother might be trying to send me a message, submitted by Dumb Spiro Sabiro. So, my wonderful astral plane wandering spirit seeing psychic medium of a mom passed away almost a year ago after battling liver disease and a whole host of problems for many years. In fact, it has been 1 year anniversary in less than 2 weeks. The psychic gift has been strong on my mom's side of the family as far back as we're able to trace, and while it usually skips a generation here and there, or lack of a better term, chooses one sibling over the other, my sister and I are the oddballs in the scene, and we both have gifts. We have our own unique set of strengths and weaknesses, but the one thing that we always come easy for us since childhood is dream communication. I guess once we're asleep, we just are like lightning rods for dead relatives and friends. Okay, so enough content. My mom has visited both my sister and me in several forms several times over the past years. We keep dream journals and we have compared notes for the first time. Our descriptions of her were almost identical. However, recently, every time I go to sleep, even just to take a nap, I see her and she tries to tell me something, but it never sticks with me long enough in the waking world to write down. It's damn important, that much I know, because every dream, it's almost always the same. I'm in my childhood home, my mom is cooking dinner, and then she comes out of the kitchen to talk to me on the love seat in the living room. When I was a kid, there were always had our important conversations. What consists of me in the A, my heart condition, had always acted up lately. B, I work in the ED of a urban hospital overrun by COVID-19. C, I have always been visited by 2 more deceased friends. And D, I woke up in my bedroom positively saturated with the smell of roses the other day. Anyone who knows anything about death or NDES can connect the dots and see that these are all the common experiences for someone who has been in a death crosshair. I mean, I'm in my early 30s, so I'm not terribly concerned, but there's a whole lot of signs all pointing in one direction. So my question to anyone who may be more adapted to the lucid dreams than I am, can you please give me advice to holding on to whatever message my mom is trying to give me, or maybe a reason as to why I can't hold on to it? when I usually am pretty good at this kind of thing? Or can someone maybe share their interpretations of these signals or messages? It's not like I live every moment in fear of my own mortality, but I'd be lying if I said that didn't have its own little place in the back of my head. I think if I could bring the message back to my waking life, I'd be able to make sense of it all. My apologies for the long post of quite questions. Bravery has enough been one of my strong suits. Thank you for reading. My first paranormal experience, submitted by C. Gilby, 97. Let me tell you something about myself. I'm 13, 5'9", and 160 pounds. It's needless to say, I'm pretty big for my age. I play football, rugby, and I do a bit of airsofting. I've been in the military for a long time. I fire an AR-15 and 12 gauges. All of this plays into the story later. By the way, I'm on mobile, so sorry for any grammar mistakes. I was FaceTiming my friend last night, and my dog starts growling. My dog is a smaller dog compared to my 2 German Shepherds, who were downstairs at the time. But anyway, she starts growling her head off, like there's something dangerous here. So I pick up my tactical flashlight. It's a nice, close-range tactical flashlight, which is quite nice and has never even flickered on me. It shines fine until I shine it at the door. Immediately, the light has just gone out. I turn the flashlight back on and I shine it at my wall. Completely fine. Once again, I shine it at the door and the light starts to flicker and struggles to even stay on. I'm quite worried now. So I get out of bed and I walk over to the bag on my floor. To clarify, I have conflicting beliefs on the paranormal during my life. I believed in them at some point in my life and have sometimes just thought it was dumb. I also am not a huge religious person. I have believed in God somewhat throughout my life, but have also used science to explain many things, like evolution, and even sometimes the paranormal. So I reach into the bag and I pull out my Model M4 airsoft rifle. I thought I could try and scare off whoever or whatever was outside, because it looks quite realistic. I turn on my flashlight, which is on the side rail. It shines a blue light on the door. So enough, it starts flickering. My tactical flashlight, which is now on the desk, turns off and then turns on. But it is now in strobe mode. I click the laser sight button, which is on my foregrip, and shine it on the door. It works fine, and every part of the door except for one area. Every time I would shine it on that area, the laser would just disappear. "Get out of my house!" I yelled. I don't know why I yelled too, but I'm just trying to scare it off. "If you come towards me, I'm gonna blow your head off!" I yelled again. I started yelling at my parents, trying to get them to come here. There's no answer, and no one comes to relieve me. I go to one of my drawers and start looking for a necklace. I was not aware of the necklace until this year. Apparently, it was given to me at birth by my father, who is more religious of my family. The necklace has a picture of Mary on it and some words around the picture. I finally found it and pointed it towards the door. It was the only holy object I had in the room, so I decided I could try and use it. I started praying to God and Jesus, protect me from whatever's behind the door. There was the first time I'd ever feared for my life, and for the first time I ever prayed in my life. "Leave me, my family, and this household alone," I yelled. The entire time, I felt an evil presence in my room. I felt the praying the entire time. I felt the presence leave my room, but I still feel it in my house. I have a slight feeling I'm being watched in my living room right now. My friends experience the entire time via Facebook and are telling me that I'm just asking for attention. I'm not trying to believe in the paranormal and in God and Jesus. I believe that they are protecting me from the being last night, and I'm definitely not, or now believing, that there is some kind of evil presence in my household. I will keep an eye out, and I will make sure to keep posting. Well, that's all for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed and want to see more, hit that like button. And if you haven't already subscribed, make sure to hit the subscription button. Also, be sure to check out our social media, all links in the description below. See you guys in the next one. Sinister goodbyes.